When you hear the term motorsports, most likely you think of auto racing like Formula One and NASCAR. But motorsports also includes motorcycles, with a racing history that's as deep as any four-wheel archive. And the best place to go to relive those glory days is the Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum in Leeds, Alabama. And that's just where we sent our FYI reporter Yolanda Vasquez for the checkered flag treasures found nowhere else.
Get ready for Motorcycle Mania. It's the only way to describe a visit to the Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum in Alabama.
It is absolutely breathtaking. You can read all the brochures and look at the websites, but there's no substitute for coming here.
This 5-floor building boasts a massive collection of over 1,300 vintage and modern motorcycles. Each floor chronicles their evolution from the turn of the past century to today.
There's a lot of rare and limited production motorcycles where they only built 3 or 4 in the world.
Over 200 manufacturers are represented, including some of the most popular European and British brands.
This is a typical 50s and 60s Triumph motorcycle.
Rare finds include this Lilac CF40 from Japan, a beautiful blue and red Briton from New Zealand, and this award-winning 1959 AJS E95 Porcupine.
The machine won the Pebble Beach Concours last year, first place.
Some bikes conjure up movie memories like this Easy Rider replica, while others harken back to a forgotten era. Attendee David Gibbs marvels at how technologically advanced these machines have become.
The most intriguing thing is to be able to visually trace the history of the machine from where it was initially nothing more than a metal frame with a tiny engine on it.
When the bikes are not on display, they are stored here in this 8,000 square foot storage room.
So Brian, this is an area that most visitors don't get a chance to see, but boy, is it well worth a look.
Well, this is one of our storage areas, one of 2.
Technical advisor Brian Slark helps catalog the museum's inventory and knows the details of every bike.
There's some very significant motorcycles in here, such as the one in front of you. It's a Buell. And they stopped production last year, and that's the very last one.
A number of bikes are in need of desperate repair, like this 1917 Triumph from World War I. It will end up in the Barber Museum's in-house restoration shop. Here, staff work on 2 to 3 bikes at a time, most of them hard-to-find jewels like this 1957 Honda Bentley and this 1911 U.S.-made emblem. Restoring these pieces back to their former glory is painstaking work.
That's one of our biggest challenges, is trying to make the bike back like it was, either when it did something historical like won a race or when it left the factory.
The goal is to repair the bikes so they're fully operational, a philosophy that dates back to the origin of the museum and its creator, George Barber. The Alabama native raced Porsches in the 1960s, then turned his attention to restoring motorcycles.
He liked the fact that you could enjoy the engineering on the bike when it was done and still see the gearbox, the engine and all the mechanicals. So that kind of just kindled that spirit, and he bought 1, he bought 2, and before you know it, he had 300.
Barber wanted to preserve the history of these mechanized machines, and in the decades since has amassed an impressive collection. Just ask this British motorcycle buff.
I think it's superb. Yes, ma'am.
Why do you say that?
Because there's such an array of machines and they're immaculately restored.
Separated from the sea of military bikes, Indy cars, and other wheeled wonders is a special area dedicated to Lotus vehicles.
This is a 55 Mark 9.
Okay.
This is a late 55 Mark 10.
And this is another one that raced at Le Mans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Assistant manager Lee Clark is responsible for the 45 cars on display.
We want to present the total history of Lotus, so it's important to get the experience of going from the beginning to the end of a Lotus collection.
Like the motorcycles, they too are restored in the shop downstairs.
I had to fabricate new doors for this Lotus 17, and at this time I'm making the inner door skins to reinforce the outer door skin.
It's arduous work, but the folks at the Barber Museum are dedicated to bringing these automotive masterpieces to life. And it's certainly appreciated by those who flock to this motorcycle mecca for a lingering look at these fully restored snapshots in time.